everyone, welcome back. I am taking you on a day in the life. We have a ton of things to do today. I'm attempting to build a chicken coop. I am organizing just about every space. I wanted to show you a little like before and after. I'm gonna show you some meals of the day, but it's a nice little day here in Colorado, and I know you love coming along with me. So I am starting off by showing you our new setup in our little indoor brooder here. We're probably going to wait about the 20 weeks until we move them outside, but the chicks and the ducks are together now, so let me get you turned around to show you that. So I actually just gave them some Brussels sprout leaves. They have both been loving that. We've noticed obviously the ducks love the mealworms a lot more, whereas the chicks love the grit. I moisten the grit just a little bit, and they can do this now. Reba. Here we go. Yep. And I gave them this little perch. They love sleeping on it. And we put them in together. I was a little nervous at first, but I think they've really been enjoying it. We shall see how it goes. I was nervous about the ducklings and the chicks because the chicks are curious about their feet. But I've noticed that Winnie is definitely more aggressive towards Dolly. So those are just some observations I've been seeing, and I wanted to give you an update. So if you were here last time, you know that we got some free chick wire, and we also got like a smaller variety, like a smaller gauge of it. And I think it's going to be awesome because I think I can do this on like a wild budget. So I will show you right here. We're going to do it right here so it can lead to the high tunnel and they can kind of open up and get in there. But from this fence right here, I'm going to put metal roofing. Then I'm going to put 2 or 3 cement blocks with wood that comes up, and then the chicken wire will just be around the 2 sides because we're going to put it in the back corner. So that is how we're going to do it. I have talked about it with so many people. I am so tired of talking about it. I just want to get it done, and I thank every one of you for your suggestions and tips because they really are helpful. So that is the goal today. I also put a little trellis for the squash and the cucumbers. I want to show you that. We have a bunch of zucchini coming in, so I need to preserve that, but I think that will be in a different video. I asked you all on the community tab if you could vote for what kind of videos you like to see, because I never know, you know, I have inspiration from a lot of different YouTubers and people that I follow, so it depends. That's why I always put those votes up. Please know I take all of that into consideration. So that is the goal. I want to make that into a separate video, but let me show you our little trellis here, and then we are going to get into our day. So I touched on the cabbage last time, that will be part of the fall planting that we do next year, but it's doing fine. It's just a cold weather crop, and it just needs, it's like broccoli. It just needs some cooler weather, and Colorado just gets way too hot. So I put this trellis up, and it's in between my cucumbers on one side and winter squash on the other, so I'm hoping it will trellis up. That way it will create a little bit of shade for the spinach that's planted in between there. I saw that somewhere, I'm not sure. I follow a lot of gardening tips. And then back here I'm just doing a bean experiment of trellising 1 or 2 stalks up to see what happens just with the extra trellis. And then, yeah, the sweet peas are doing good. We put a little trellis there. And zucchinis are coming through. We have some white pumpkin coming in here. But we are rocking. Our tomatoes, we're going to have another sequence of them. I know it. But they're doing good. Whenever they get just a little on the red side or not even there, I put a few in the windowsill, and they do awesome. So we have a ton coming in there. And then I have a giant plant taking off that was part of the free plant. So I'm excited. We're doing good out here. This is our garden harvest of the morning. We have some green tomatoes that can ripen in the window. We have mini orange bell peppers. We have some beans, and then we have some pineapple sage that I will dry here soon. And then zucchini, we got another one last night, so we have 5 in there, but this one went a bit neglected. It's massive, huge, so it's pretty funny. yeah, so that's one side of the garden. We're gonna head to the other side and we'll kind of fill you in on what we're getting. We did end up getting a pumpkin, but some things already got to it. This is one of those like ugly pumpkins, but already some of those bugs got to it. You can see right there. So that will just be some decoration in the yard. We're gonna let those carrots go, but I'm super excited about the butternut squash coming in. We have, I decided not to trellis that. We have beets, sage, the lemon balm there. That's oregano, lemon balm here, and then carrots. But I was excited to come out and see this broccoli just ready to go here. I'm going to just give it a few more days, probably a week or so. But yay for broccoli. There's one forming, and then here's one right there. So yay, definitely a cool weather crop. Got to keep my eye on that. And then that tomato plant that was free, I mean, this whole row is getting pretty huge there. So pretty excited about that. I wish you guys would get out of here, these moths. And then over here we have our lavender, but I let this in here. It's technically a weed, but I think it's pretty when it drips out like this. But chamomile is starting to come. I'm just like loving this little bouquet of herbs. And then we have a poppy right there. Super pretty. They come off and the squirrels kind of get to them, but they're pretty while they last for a day or two. And then yeah, sunflowers are starting to die off, but we're looking good. The fall garden, of course, always produces more for us, so yay. I do have a few spaces to organize, and I've noticed, I could be wrong, it's called like orbital cleaning. I've noticed with me and how my brain works, I'll put something away in one room and then I'll end up staying in that room and organizing it. So orbital cleaning is kind of when you just stay in one space and get that space done. So I've just been closing the door and trying to get one room organized. But I mean, there are multiple rooms, of course. I mean, it's Saturday, so this happens pretty often. So then I'll stay in the kitchen after I'm done with that. And then over in this area, I'll stay over and, oh, I just stepped on one of these. This is a goat head. Ouch. I stepped on a goat head. So then this area can be organized. And then over here, the kids are helping organize and getting things done. So we do bribe with lollipops in this house, right? High five.
Oh, where's the
High
goat
five.
head? Where's
Nice.
the goat head?
I threw it in the trash. Yeah. All right, so that is what I'm gonna do, and I will catch you afterwards. I vacuumed. I'm feeling much better about these spaces. It's definitely more organized over here, but that was heavy on my mind after company not being able to just get back to the organization. So I just cleaned up the room for the kids really quick, vacuumed in here, planning on steam mopping tonight, and now I'm gonna work on a few things for the shop. My husband popped up for a haircut. And then we're going to go to the store and I will show you the haps over there. I didn't really get to this area, but I am working over there on YouTube stuff. And then I'm going to do some shop stuff here.
I never thought in the wildest dream I'd see you again. Never dreamed about nothing else other than you. I always thought I'd be waiting in vain, but suddenly there you were. Never thought it'd be easy to feel you in my arms, but now we're here and I'm all in, and I wonder about you, 'cause I can stay till the morning, or stay till the dawn, but just hold me now. I wanna be so much better whenever you're around. I wanna say something clever to get in your mind.
Here is the outfit of the day. I have Spooky Ghost with me if you hear him making strange noises, but I got a question on some of the thrift items that I get, and I got these jeans. They're Abercrombie. They came down to $1.50. I always have moccasins on. If you know me, you know. And then I got this tank top recently and that was 50 cents. So I'm pretty excited. I think I've been doing good at the thrift store. I've just been donating a lot of things, and typically I'm in a sweater like this, leggings, a flannel, really, and that's it. I'm comfy cozy most of the times. You will never see me in heels, maybe once a year, but we are going to head out and we're going to take you along with us. That walk was just incredible. But wow, on the walk I had this epiphany. So I will be sharing some news with you when I get a chance to sit down and chat with you. And it's some big news. I'm probably going to lose a few of you, and I've come to terms with it. That walk just was very enlightening. We did a whole 6 miles. I think we did awesome. Wilder did around 3 miles. So that was good for him. He's getting better on his bicycle, and it was good for me because it just brought a lot of clarity. It was a breakthrough that I absolutely needed. So we are headed to the store, going to Kroger to just pick up a few things on clearance for the prepper pantry, and then we are going to go to the hardware store or maybe Lowe's or something to pick a few things out for the chicken coop. So I'm excited. Here we go. Let's bring you along our day. So I made it down the stairs in jeans. That's how far I made it, and I'm back into leggings, but in the process of changing, I found this. I totally forgot. I wear this every day. It's something that didn't connect to my phone, which was really important, and it's just a step counter, just a pedometer, I think is how you say it. So I'm up at 8,600 steps so far today. I'm excited because we have still quite a few walks left for the day. And I try and aim 12,000 to 15,000 steps a day. So sorry to wiggle that in your face, but that was the goal, and I wanted to show you that. But yeah, back into leggings. Is anyone else like this? I just can't do jeans. And I love high-waisted jeans. I think they're super flattering on my body type, but ever since I had like the first time I was pregnant, when my belly started to expand, that's when I was like, oh my gosh, this is like super restricting. It even made me sick, and that still happens. I'm not pregnant. So it's just back into leggings, and we're going to the hardware store. It's taken quite a bit getting shoes on, arguing about shoes, why we wear shoes, all the things. All right, we are in the car. I have you set up on a new tripod situation. I think it will work better because there's a fly, because the other one just got a little bit bumpy, so it's like supposed to be more steady, if that makes sense. Yep. But I wanted to show you a few things before I get the kids set up in the car. They always need a snack. I don't have a lollipop, and they always need some sort of juice, but I got, what, honey?
I got something to eat.
Okay. Did you hear that? But I got a gadget, and I wanted to show it to you. And I know a lot of us are hesitant towards this subject, but I think it's important, and I'm going to share it with you. And this is a mild form of self-defense. I will admit that, but it is effective, and you know, it is on the cheaper side, but I think it works awesome. I have not had to use this yet. It is brand new to me, but I got it at Scheels. We have one of these up north here. It's one of these. So you can just fit it in here and jab, but I carry it with me all the time. And you know, a lot of people are new here, and I don't know if it's because I'm a girl or if I'm empathetic, but I've touched on it before, but that immediately means to some people that I'm helpless in some way, that makes them nervous for me and my kids. I cover all my bases. I know some of you are concerned, but I do. I cover all my bases. When it comes to just about everything, you know, any threat to my house, and I wanted to let some of you know that, because a lot of you have reached out and you are concerned because my husband's job keeps him away sometimes. I wanted to let you know I am just fine. I'm not as scattered as I seem, and yeah, I wanted to pop on here and show you that little gadget. It was $4.99 at Scheels. You could probably get them on Amazon or maybe your local hardware store, and yeah, that's all. That's pretty much it. So we are gonna head to the grocery store and we're gonna go to Lowe's, and we will see you when we get back. All right, here is what we came up with, what we found. This in total cost me $41. We got all of the wood on sale at Home Depot. But this is what I was looking for, essentially. I just happened to find these on sale. So they're a little rough, but they will do. I'm going to put some sort of seal on it just to cover it from water and all that. But these 3 posts will go 1, 2, 3. I did see at Home Depot they have some roofing to go right here. I'll just need 1 that will go 8 feet across, maybe 2. Those were $25, so they're a little pricey. I might keep checking, looking around to see other options unless you all have some. And then I did get some screen to make a door with some of these and some of those over there, and 2 hinges. Really, the hinges were the most expensive thing, so they were $5.86, I think, $11, but killer deal on those. And we were excited. We saw a guy in there and he was like, hey, these would make a great chicken coop post. I said, oh my gosh, because that's exactly what we're making. So I'm going to get this cleaned out here and then I will show you the process. I am not going to show you me building it because, wow, it's probably not going to be the best, but we're going to give it a shot, and here we go. All right, here it is so far. Not perfect, but I have the beams here. I just dug a hole in the ground and set them down, covered it with rocks. I was going to do cement, but they're pretty solid. And then I just put the pavers around her just in case. And then I'll show you, I'm going to put the wood across, but I want it at a slant, obviously, because I don't want that rainwater to get to anything. So here we go. All right, I set everything up just to give you a visual, but straight across the top, and then this will go to those fence posts right there if you could see it. But and obviously I want the wood to go the other way. It was bowed wood, that's what we're working with, so we should be just fine. I'm gonna keep the little duck pond out of the coop, so maybe even back in the corner. I'm not sure yet, but I don't want it in the coop because they're so messy. And then yeah, we're gonna get some fencing on here. I think it's coming along. Looks like a cute little pergola. I don't know what it's called, but yay. Proud of myself. Here's what it's looking like from this side of things. Obviously that would be a problem. We need it to slant, but I think it's going well. I think we're doing good. These are about 2 feet in the ground, but I was just making sure that they were reinforced. We popped inside so I could make some dinner. This is from the meal plan. If you missed that video, it was Sunday's video, I believe. But we changed things up a little bit. So this is just fried rice. We have broccoli, carrots, and then we just did pulled chicken from the night before. And then we're gonna save those salmon patties for another time. But if you didn't get a chance to check out that video, it does have a free download of my meal plan and my grocery list. So I love doing things like that. I actually had a really good time making that for you all. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. But this is off of the meal plan here, and we're just working our way through. We are going to clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to sit down and have a chit chat with you. All right, hi, it is the next day, and I wanted to sit down and have this chit chat with you. Of course, there's going to be some disclaimers, and like I said, I might lose some of you, and that's okay with me, honestly. At this point, it's taken me a long time to be able to even say that, so I would appreciate the most respect that you can give an individual. I'd say 98% of you are so supportive and just a positive outlook for my life. But due to a number of reasons, health being number one, I am no longer calling myself plant-based. I have started incorporating dairy back into my diet. I have decided that I'm not going to share why, but there are a lot of reasons. Maybe down the road I will, but for right now, this is what is working best for me. And I'm working with a doctor that has just been really open-minded and helpful along this journey. So there has just been a number of things that is building up, and we have decided after a few different tests that this is the best course of action. I told her that I won't eat meat, specifically, like cows and chickens. I'm open to eating fish though, salmon and maybe some sort of white fish. I'm not sure yet. This is very new to me, and I'm just trying to get my body used to it. So I was just going to chat with you and tell you, I guess, my idea with this. And I'm really leaving it in the hands of another individual, which has always been really hard for me to trust medical interventionists, I guess you could say. So this has been a little tricky, but I have started incorporating raw cheese into my diet. I am not eating it every day. I'd say maybe once a week right now at this point. I probably won't go the route of, drinking a glass of milk, or I'm not sure. I honestly, I don't know how I'm going to go with this, but I do know there are things I don't like. I don't like cottage cheese. I don't like yogurt. I enjoy cream cheese, so I might try and find some sort of organic cream cheese. That is another thing. I'm just having a really hard time with ingredients lately. Every single thing that they're putting in the food in the United States scares the heck out of me. My grocery hauls and grocery trips take such a long time because I'm constantly reading ingredients. So that's another factor. That's a big one. And then the third factor, if you're still listening to this and you are vegan and you're offended for some reason, this is a big thing, because when it comes down to it, there's the standard American diet and there's vegans, and whenever a vegan goes back into the standard American diet, they get so much hate. So I will say I find the least support from the plant-based and vegan communities, unfortunately, but for those of you, like I said, 99% of you that understand this choice, that don't really care what I eat, which is exactly how I feel about other people. I don't care what you eat, but for those of you that are supportive, I really thank you. And I'm stumbling over my words here. I've written things down. I've even debated not telling you, but I do cook a lot on the channel, and I just didn't want an overwhelming amount of questions if you saw some cheese on my plate, or maybe some salmon that my dad caught or something like that. It is my own choice. I think it is going to be helpful, and it's going to be helpful for my body for a number of reasons. And everyone's journey is unique and different, and I don't expect everyone to understand this. So I still am going to be making plant-based recipes, but I might, like I said, put some fish on it or some cheese on it or something like that and go from there. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, I had to come outside to tell you this, and this is the only quiet place I have, kind of. The road is right here, so if I keep pausing, I'm sorry. But getting back on track, trying to stay organized here. This has been heavy on my mind. It has been a decision that I have been bouncing around for the past 2 years. And we want more children. My body, I don't know if a plant-based diet is the best for conception, and in my own research, it's not for me personally. So there's just like a lot of different factors that are involved with this. I'm cutting in from the future here. I am trying to edit this, and I knew this was going to happen, me stumbling on my words and searching for this clarity to try and tell all of you. Most of you I've never met before, so I can't sit down here and talk it out with you. I just feel like a lot of things are one-sided, and it's really hard for people to understand another person's decision. And I've been there, but I will say my health and my ethical and moral standpoint is not up for debate. I'm just such a firm believer in doing what works for you, and having no one else interfere with that, if that makes sense. So I needed to pop on here and say that. I was watering the garden, and I'm like, you know what? I forgot something. So getting back to it. And I just wanted to share that with you, just in case you had any questions. Plant-based people and vegan people, I really hope that you I hope that you can still stay and be supportive and know that I will be sharing plant-based recipes. Unfortunately, when I got into veganism and not eating animals, a lot of people that were big in the world that were big in the vegan world were telling me, you know, you can't have empathy for animals if you eat them. And I have, it's not true. And like that was weighing on me for a few years, that I would just feel so terribly bad if I ate animals. And I mean, I still do. Like I said, I won't be eating any meat. I'll be eating fish at some point, I know, because I need to work it back into my diet, but this is the best for me, and I hope you can all understand that. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Maybe I will jump into the topic a little bit down the road, but until I figure out my health and what's best for me being my best self, being the best mother I can be, the best wife I can be, and friend I can be, then this is how it's going to go. So thank you for listening to all of that. I know it may have been a bit confusing here and there. You know, like I said, I'm not going to have a debate in the comments about it. If you are supportive, thank you. Honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to have this community, but I thought I would update all of you. So I'm going to end it here. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
I need to get it off my mind. another